Hello and welcome to Sagi-Centric, where we do all Sagittarius readings all the time, but cross-watchers are welcome. Today, we're just going to get an energy check on your person, how they're thinking and feeling about you currently, Sagittarius. So, what's on this person's mind regarding Sagittarius and this connection at this time? Let's see what we got. We have, what was your first impression of me? Did I turn out to be different from what you expected? Oh, okay. This is an interesting line of thought here on the part of your person, Sagittarius. So they seem to be thinking about the past, thinking about how they came across to you. I sense maybe there is a little insecurity here because they don't seem to know what you thought of them at first. And now they wonder how you see them now, and maybe how that could be different than what you expected, which means maybe they feel inadequate in some way. Maybe they feel like you had expectations of them or made assumptions about them that were not true. Maybe you saw them as being quote unquote better than they actually are. So like I said, this person is kind of like in deep thought about this. And again, I think this is probably driven by some kind of insecurity, but let's see what else we get here. So how is this person currently feeling about Sagittarius? How are they feeling about Sagittarius at this time? We have the Six of Cups. We also have the Six of Swords. That's interesting. We have two sixes here. Six, which is representing some, I would say, energies of the moon and Venus. So those are two very nice energies, Sagittarius. They suggest love and caring and comfort and affection and just a sweetness. Okay, so they're feeling, they're probably reminiscing, as we were talking about just now. They're thinking about the past, reminiscing about how there was something very sweet and nice and maybe even innocent, about the two of you back then. They're looking back on your history and seeing what was good. They are remembering that perhaps you had a lot of adventures together. Maybe you had some experiences that were really life shaping. But they're also thinking about now, have you moved on? Do you remember what they remember? This reminds me of a song, actually. Song coming through here. It is called Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. It goes, do you remember the time when we fell in love? And so this is someone, at least in the music video and whatnot, it is someone who comes back from the past and says, hey, do you remember me? Because, we were in love. And surely you didn't forget. I mean, it was amazing. And there's the implication that, they want to get back together. So I wonder, with that song coming through, if this is a case of someone who is in your past now and who would like to maybe come back into your life. Sagittarius. Let's see now. What would they like to say to you, Sagittarius? What would they like to say to you at this time? Okay, we have, I don't know how, but you got to my heart. Also, you are all I've ever wanted. Wow. Okay. And I think that kind of matches this Six of Cups energy over here. You know, sometimes people say that this is like the soulmate card. So it could be, you know, that there's some indications here of some kind of deep soul connection that they feel. You know, because they said, I don't know how, but somehow you got to my heart. And maybe that's because, you know, you are someone their soul recognizes, or that their soul did recognize. Maybe only in hindsight do they realize that these things were so, that there was this kind of depth and this kind of importance to your connection. Maybe in hindsight have they realized that you are all they've ever wanted. You know, maybe they had to go out there and discover, well, what's out there, and it ain't you. So, let's see. Let's see what I want to ask now. Let's ask. So, what else does Sagittarius need to know about this person and how they're feeling and thinking and intending towards Sagittarius at this time? Okay, we have sighs, which is like that kind of sigh. Okay, not S-I-Z-E, but S-I-G-H-S. We also have domestic worker. We have the room. We have joy of the heart. And we have playfulness. Yeah, and then on the bottom of the deck we have conversation. So Sagittarius, yeah, this person is very much reminiscing. This person is wishing, you know, that the two of you could reconnect. Just have a conversation. Maybe you used to have some great conversations. Maybe spending time with this person, or at least spending time with you, was really relaxed and chill for this person. And at the same time, you were able to have a lot of fun together. And now they miss all of that. And they're, I wonder, you know, if they want to try and figure out a way back to you. That's the sense I get here. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they'll take action. I don't know. But, you know, this is the current state of the energy for this person, Sagittarius. So I'm going to leave it here. This is your update. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to the channel and or give this video a thumbs up to help it out in the algorithm and help this little channel to grow. Thank you again for joining me. Until next time, and I hope there will be one. Goodbye.